Nations competition. This could seal it! Wouldn't you know it? Unbelievable!
The celebrations, there they are.
Talk about a grandstand finish!
Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
The fairy tale is complete. The Central Coast Mariners, champions of Australia.
Hello, I'm James Dodd and welcome to the Isuzu UTE A-League Highlights Show. 5 sides remained undefeated heading into round 4, with 2 of them coming face to face at Amy Park. Both Melbourne Victory and Wellington Phoenix knew a win would see them move to the top of the ladder in a game which saw the league's 2 informed strikers meet in the shape of Bruno Fornaroli and Oscar Zavada. Your match commentators for this one are Andy Harper and Robbie Thompson.
And they're onto the front foot here with the ball. Arzani looking trim and fit. Ball into feet. Valupale back inside. It's a lovely ball for Mashash. And the Frenchman draws the first save of the evening. 2 minutes in from Alex Paulson.
Grabbing his ankle was Mashash. Ball just wouldn't quite sit for him. You wonder if the VAR will be poring over any illegal contacts. A nice move by Victory. Good football, nice short interchange. Here's whoosh, go. There's that leg out. VAR will be looking at this one.
In these wide rolls, Guerrier looks for an option, finds one in Ryan Teague. And the Oliru gets his first ever A-League goal. Back from Portugal with that crucial number 6 role. He's keeping Ray Marchand out of the side. And he gives Victory the lead.
Harvey Norman replay just shows beautiful football. It's a superb pass from Jason Guerrier. And the run out of midfield was exquisite from Ryan Teague. He comes back to the A-League with a big reputation after going as a youngster to Portugal.
Here is Valupale again with Arzani. Arzani shoots, palmed away by Paulson.
So he's had 3 sights at goal. The first one he ignored. The second 2, I think he's learned from his own error, and they've been stinging efforts, particularly that one.
It was Sermon who got the touch. Kelly Heald with a little nudge in the back, but not enough to put Arzani off his game, according to referee Sean Evans. Here's Zavada. Space for Payne. Barbarouses outside him. Straightens up. The cross in is a brilliant one. And it's an own goal. Take your pick between De Silva and Izzo. But just as it was a year ago between these two sides, Damien De Silva has a big hand in a Phoenix goal. And just as it was last week, despite dominating the Victory, find themselves pegged back. It's 1-1. Which is taken quickly. Economides shoots. Paulson not beaten at his near post. Brimmer's delivery, back post. De Silva's nod down. Valami, Marchand. And now Teague hits it. Straight down the middle. Straight at Paulson. Back towards Valami. Oh, it might fall for Valami. Still Valami shoots. Paulson. Spectacular.
Both sides prolonging their unbeaten start to the season with 2 wins and 2 draws to their names, as Wellington somehow managed to snatch a point despite not taking a single shot in the game. The first of 3 fixtures on a packed Saturday in the Isuzu UTE A-League saw Western United play their first home game of the season as they welcomed Newcastle Jets to Ballarat. John Aloisi's Western head into the game off the back of consecutive defeats, but haven't lost to the Jets in their last 6 matches, while Rob Stanton went in search of his first win in charge of the club, having watched his side throw away a 2-goal lead to draw in round 3. Calling the action for this one, Grace Gill and Teo Pellizzeri.
Even though there's only the 2 teenagers, we'll stay with play here. Because Pena, whenever he has his left foot, is capable of the spectacular. And you heard the thunder off the crossbar there. And that has sparked this game to life. Garuccio, second time ball. Pena nods it, but can't find Bodic. He's just left it a little short here for his teammate. Imai wins it back. Jets bench thought it was a foul, but play continues. Botich and just wide. Luck's of fortune as the deflection saves the Jets, and their bench would have been incensed, calling for a foul in the build-up. Risdon, a deflection. Pena. O'Neill has to be careful with the ball in the box. Pena extracts across. Wales and sits up tantalisingly. Chacha clears away. Charging through. Garuccio keeps the attack going for Western United. No whistle. Goal for Western United. There's no celebration from Daniel Pena against his former team, and the Jets are incredulous because they thought the ball had gone behind for a goal kick.
Well, it's a muted celebration.
Confusion reigns. Grace Gill, now we get some answers.
Well, there was a big shout to suggest that this had gone out. I thought it had on first glance as well. And we see on the replay, well and truly, that's gone over.
And as we expected, that was out of bounds. Trying to sting at the end of the first half. Moragas is going to take on Lustica. A teasing cross. Bahaja! Off the other side of the bar. Stamatolopoulos! Newcastle get the first goal, and the scoring streak continues for Apostolos Stamatolopoulos. And he is celebrating against his former team. It's Newcastle 1, Western United 0.
Well, there's no doubt about that one on the Harvey Norman replay. It's rare in this first half. We've seen the Newcastle Jets drive down either wing. And Moragas, a good looping ball into the back post, not dealt with. The centering header from Bahaja, well, he thought he'd have a go.
Pena. And into open space, Garuccio. He's been the outlet pass for much of this second half. And now the header on for the equaliser! And for the second time today, it's incredulity for Western United as the goal is chalked off. Stop the music because the flag went up on Nikita Rukavica.
Apostolos Stamatolopoulos' fourth goal of the campaign, enough to give Newcastle their first win of the season, while it's now 3 straight losses for John Aloisi and Western United. Next up, we head to Western Sydney, where the Wanderers welcomed Perth Glory to CommBank Stadium. Alan Stajic was dealt a big blow before the game with news prize striker Adam Taggart would miss the contest through injury, which was far from ideal given they faced a Wanderers side unbeaten this season with 3 clean sheets in their last 4 home matches. Your commentary team for this one, Phil Moss and Campbell Johnson.
Here's Hendricks standing over the corner for the Wanderers. Hendricks towards the middle there. They get a touch at Clisby, first time striking off the left. Ambitious from the fullback, but just dragging it wide. Kolakovsky, here's Katrumbas. David Williams outside the box, winding up and hitting the post. Still alive for the Perth Glory though. The Wanderers attacking frantic stuff at the moment as Antonsen from range and hitting the woodwork at the other end. Coast to coast. And a mile a minute here at CommBank Stadium. Brook back for Russell, heading it goal bound and doesn't find the target. Just over the frame, and he's had a few good opportunities in this first half, Tate Russell.
Lockie Brook, who floats in between the lines. You've got Milanovic, who stays a little bit wider, comes inside at times, but yeah, that I think when you've got the discipline of a Hendricks and a Brillante, it does free up those players to have a bit more license to go and find the pockets, find the space between the lines.
As Clisby does just that and opens the scoring. What a hit from Jack Clisby. Makes that forward run and punishes Perth Glory. The fullback with a vital strike. Lively atmosphere at CommBank Stadium. Do they have more to cheer for? Clisby, Latchman heading it away, brought down by Russell, and it crosses the line. Does it? Was it a bit of a friendly fire? It does cross the line. And Tate Russell not denied by Brandon Borello. What a moment for Tate Russell. Spent all of last year out of action with injury. And you can see how much it means to him. Just over a minute left in the game. Ostler, can they get a consolation goal? Will forge a very, very, very late comeback. It falls for Daniel Benny, the 17-year-old, just spraying it wide. And the tale of Perth Glory's day exemplified in that moment.
A solid second half showing, enough to secure all 3 points for Marco Redound's side as the Wanderers jump to the top of the Isuzu UTE A-League. Join us after the break as Adelaide United face Sydney FC in a goal fest at Coopers Stadium. Welcome back to the Isuzu UTE A-League highlights show. Sydney FC had a new face in the dugout for their away clash with Adelaide United, with Ufuk Talay the man tasked with kick-starting the Sky Blues season following the departure of former head coach Steve Corica. As for Adelaide, the Reds head into the game off the back of a fiery 1-1 draw with Melbourne victory, but would be without teenage sensation Nestoria Nkunda after he was sent off in the latter stages of that game. Daniel McBreen and Simon Hill are your match commentators for this one.
Big chance for Bernardo tonight, and he's a handy player too. But the Reds on the back foot at the moment. Joe Lolly. And Lolly! Oh, that's a brilliant goal from Joe Lolly. It's Sydney FC's first goal of the new season. It has taken them the best part of 400 minutes to find the back of the net since their last goal in last year's finals. But Joe Lolly was unerring with that finish. What a start for Ufuk Talay. Robbie Mack to deliver the corner in front of them. It goes all the way across the face. And Joel King was there and turned in for a second Sydney goal by Joe Lolly, who helps himself to a double. And we've not yet played a quarter of an hour at Coopers.
As the ball comes in now, Hiroshi Ibasuki is keeping Joe Lolly onside there. As the shot came in, he's found himself in the fortuitous position right in front of goal, and he's tucked it away with some aplomb. Joel King, he's the one closest to Ufuk Talay. He might have a bleeding left ear by the end of the first half.
Here's Fabio Gomez, got a lucky bounce. It might work all right for Sydney though. Jaden Kucharski makes it 3. Super combination between Gomez and Jaden Kucharski, and maybe Sydney FC, even after just half an hour, are out of sight. It's a first A-League goal for Jaden Kucharski.
Look at that, a real cool head on starting debut, drives directly towards goal, opens up the hips and just slots it past the advancing Joe Gauci. Great composure from the young man.
Inside by Halloran, didn't quite work out. Look at that for close control by Joe Lolly, brilliant. And Jaden Kucharski! It is 4. What an extraordinary first half Sydney FC have had for their new coach. Jaden Kucharski has a double, Joe Lolly 2, and Sydney are surely out of sight before the break.
It's a delicate finish. Little dink over the top of Joe Gauci, but the footwork at the start of that from Joe Lolly was absolutely phenomenal. Red shirts all around, found his way out, drove forward, laid it into the path. Look at this, here it is here. Look at all the red shirts. He goes left, he goes right, now he drives forward, puts it into the path of Kucharski. Lovely little delicate finish over the onrushing Joe Gauci.
Ball will break for Bratton. Lolly gets there ahead of Kitto. Looking to float it, Fabio Gomez! Unbelievable. Less than a minute played at the start of the second half, and Sydney FC increased their lead to 5, and Fabio Gomez has his first goal in the league for the Sky Blues.
Well, it's disaster for Adelaide, but Sydney FC take a bow. Joe Lolly again, the Harvey Norman replay. Look at this. He's got too much time, but he's a wonderful ball into the back post. He gets his head up, he's able to pick his pass, and it's a good header from Fabio Gomez.
Marshall by Gertrude Reich, but Mack has got himself into a bit of a tangle here, and it's a penalty for the push by Robert Mack. Normally fires centrally, Zach Clough. Let's see. The usual dancing on the line from Andrew Redmayne. Will it work? Not this time. Sends him the wrong way. Zach Clough has his second goal of the season, and Adelaide are on the board at least.
A simply stunning performance from a Joe Lolly-inspired Sydney FC, securing a first win of the Ufuk Talay era. The first of two fixtures on Sunday saw us head to Amy Park, where Melbourne City hosted Macarthur FC, with both sides having played continental football in the lead up to this game. Aurelio Vidmar was looking for a reaction from his side following their 1-0 home defeat to Buriram United in the AFC Champions League, while Mile Stajovski's men defeated Cambodian side Phnom Penh Crown 5-0 in the AFC Cup and are still undefeated in the Isuzu UTE A-League after 3 games. Calling the action at Amy Park, Andy Harper and Robbie Thompson.
And Reish very watchful. Clayton Lewis has done well here. Can he take a shot? Does so! And Jamie McLaren with a fingertip save.
I think Jamie Young has done brilliantly here. I think he's misjudged initially the pace of the shot. Look, he almost has to take a moment to try and hang that bit longer. It's a fantastic save in the end. Clayton Lewis has really tested him.
Big switch from Antonis for Jakulic. The overlapping run opens a bit of space for Marin Jakulic. Shot blocked. Reish for Bajic. It's a great run. They're in behind them here, as is Bajic. One way, then the other. Blocked again, the follow-up. Natel can't bring it under control. Too many black and white shirts in the penalty area. Well, it was a great run. Dribbling in and out from Aziz Bajic. For Ugarkovic, who rides the challenge of Bacchus. Outside with Galloway now. Galloway crosses, McLaren is there. And the man with the 100% record against MacArthur makes it 7-7.
MacArthur, let's see what they've got. They haven't shown a lot in front of goal tonight. This afternoon, they're going to have to find something pretty soon.
Raphael, the little ball for Davila, and they have. Pretty soon indeed. Less than 60 seconds.
How's that for soon?
And Uli Davila with his first of the season. And the Bulls are back on level terms. With those silky touches, finding space on the left. Miller, back for Davila. Uli Davila shoots, great save, Young. The follow-up, up the post and in from Jake Holman. And MacArthur have now, with 7.5 minutes left to play, taken the lead and stunned Melbourne City. And that goal will count for a lot. Davila, he has been brilliant. Through the legs of Talbot, finding Miller, it's brilliant play. Miller for the final touch. Superb football. MacArthur with the dagger into the heart of Melbourne City. There's the ball in. Subrayano, and McLaren has got his second. And perhaps there's still time. Subrayan rising in the box with the header. McLaren there to get the crucial touch. 3-2, game on again. Bajic, Lopane rides the first challenge, goes down, penalty! Alessandro Lopane, and Jonathan Aspropotomides knows it as well as he holds his head in his hands. 92nd minute, and what drama! Terry Antonis, who hasn't scored a penalty in the A-League since 2017 with Brisbane Roar, and he does so here. 3-3. What a moment for him at Amy Park with an equalising goal in the 93rd minute.
A late comeback from Melbourne City, enough to secure a point against a Bulls side who have now garnered 8 points from their opening 4 matches. And the final game of the round took us to Industry Group Stadium, where defending champion Central Coast Mariners hosted Brisbane Roar. Despite their good form in the AFC Cup, Mark Jackson's side are yet to pick up a single point this season, losing all 3 of their opening matches, while Ross Aloisi will be looking for a reaction from his young Brisbane side, who were convincingly beaten 5-2 by Wellington Phoenix last time out. Phil Moss and Ben Homer are your commentators for this one.
First glance, I'm happy with the call from Jonathan Barrero.
Uznic keeps it inside. Berenguer. The raw lead on the road. And it's their Frenchman, Florent Berenguer, who scores in back-to-back matches. And the champions, well, they're going to have to come from behind if they want to get something out of this one.
Well, in the end, a very simple finish for Florent Berenguer. We know the class of this player, but the controversy on the Harvey Norman replay, that's clearly onside, will be right here. Did the ball cross the line?
As Christian Theoharis did end the goal drought in the Cup against Bali United a couple of weeks ago. Smith lining it up. And the former Brisbane Raw man almost produced a spectacular opening goal for the Mariners. And it was Macklin Freak, who's in some wonderful form this season. Mile Uznic hits it towards the back post where Berenguer was stationed. But well defended by Stormroo. And the Mariners off again through Tulio. Early ball in front of Alu Kuol. And Alu has his first league goal on his return to the Central Coast Mariners. And he's got two in just a few days. And the Mariners are back level.
Well, the name on the score sheet will be Kuol, but the creator supreme, that man Tulio, his awareness, his execution.
Now, Mariners fans would say it was shrouded in controversy, or some would, but it looked to be the correct call. And then the reply came via Alu Kuol. Now it is Mile Uznic trying to dazzle. It spills for Trewin. Here is the moment. Tom Waddingham, the star of the Australia Cup for Brisbane Roar, finally has a goal in the Isuzu UTE A-League. And look at what it means to the 18-year-old.
Well, only football can produce moments like this. On the Harvey Norman replay, Trewin goes from potential zero to hero.
So make sure you get online, grab your tickets. It is going to be a wonderful celebration of football as Alu Kuol forces Coletti to make the challenge. He's off and Brisbane are down to 10. Well, how a match can twist and turn in an instant. Oh, here's a problem. Straight off. Harry Steele given a straight red card. Trewin arrives for Brisbane. Berenguer is there. He has Brownlee in the middle. The 16-year-old, has he got his first A-League goal?
Well, I think that's a save from Vukovic too. And if he has, that is a quite brilliant save by the veteran custodian.
Brisbane's win sealing a fourth straight defeat for the Mariners, who have now equalled the record for worst ever start to a season for a defending champion. That's all for this week on the Isuzu UTE A-League Highlight Show. We'll see you next time.